Hello, welcome to Motivational Monday. I'm Dr. Lisa, and as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We're celebrating 4th of July, so here we are, and here we go. Happy 4th of July to everyone. No matter how you spent your weekend, the actual 4th of July, I hope it was happy and most of all, a safe time. 4th of July, we celebrate 4th of July. Most of the time, we think of 4th of July, and myself included, we think about fireworks, we think about picnics, barbecues, sales, things like that, fun things, enjoying time with family and friends. But just like a lot of holidays, the true meaning has kind of gotten lost throughout the years. Actually, the 4th of July, Independence Day, it celebrates, our nation's independence. It celebrates our accomplishment in achieving our independence. So, in honor, I was going to say in honor of 4th of July, but I'm going to change that and say in honor of you, in honor of you, in honor of ourselves. I encourage everyone to think about our accomplishments this week. Our accomplishments, what we have done in life, what makes us uniquely us. Think about the positives and also the negatives. And you may say, Dr. Lisa, why would we want to think about the negatives? Or why would you tell us to celebrate the negatives? Because sometimes negatives help us to turn things into a positive. Sometimes without negative things happening, it wouldn't push us, it wouldn't give us the motivation, it wouldn't encourage us to do the positive things that we do in life. So, yes, I encourage you, some of the negative things that happen to you, especially the ones that you were able to make it through, you were able to turn around, embrace those and appreciate them for what they were or what they are. Things that help to push you, that help to guide you, things that make you uniquely you. When I was thinking about taping this week and our topic, we changed a couple weeks ago and I said we will have a topic and I'm going to go on and I'm going to say what I'm doing or what I have done when I do the taping. And I was thinking, how open, how honest do I want to be with my accomplishments, with my negatives as we're taping? But one of the main points about Motivational Monday is to encourage you, to give you encouragement, to help you see things maybe in a different light. So if I'm able to share some of my negative things that happen in life and it helps someone else, then I'm, more than happy to share. Growing up, I was adopted. So to the best of my knowledge, I was born in and around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At least that's what I claim as home. And growing up, I was an awkward child, I guess to say the least. Definitely not in the popular club. My nickname was Lisa Pizza. I had really bad acne growing up, so Lisa Pizza, that's where that came from. Didn't go to a lot of parties, wasn't the sharpest dresser or the cool kid with the cool clothes or the cool hairstyle. That just wasn't me. I did a lot of things. Growing up when I was especially like eighth grade, maybe like early high school years, I went to Sacred Heart and I did some really crazy, stupid things, just trying to get attention, just trying to get noticed that you look back on and say, oh, geez, did I really do that? But yeah, I really did that. Um, Growing up, I would also say I was an average student at best. I didn't, get any awards to go to college or anything like that. I had a recurring nightmare. I won't call it a dream nightmare that I wasn't going to graduate from high school. Um, but I did, and I went to college, actually failed out of college the first time I went to college because my grades were horrible. And then also when I left for the semester, I didn't do my financial aid right. So I failed out of college the first time. But, fast forward, I became, maybe I'm still not a fashion plate, but I think my dressing is a little better nowadays. Still not a talkative person, but I think today is more so I just I'm just a quiet person, but I am able to go out. I think of myself as those of you who have known me for a long time know I was in love with Prince back in the day, but I think of myself as a Prince or Michael Jackson, two people who were very quiet people, not very open people, but man, when they performed, they really knew how to put on a show. And I think, at least in my opinion, two of the greatest performers, of our time at least. So I like to think of myself as a Prince or Michael Jackson that, I'm still quiet, but when it's time to perform, I get out there, and I do what I do. I've had the opportunity to, travel the world, literally, meeting people, experiencing things, learning things about others. I've had the opportunity to train people in different places and to do different things throughout the world. Um, as as of today, I have 6 degrees, up to and including my doctorate degree. So definitely went beyond, the fear of not graduating from high school, and to, you know, get, education beyond my imagination. Um, Another negative, I was homeless at one time. Well, actually, I slept in a bus station, maybe for a couple nights. Then I rented a closet, an actual closet. Now, some people who live in New York or some of the biggest cities, they say that their apartment is a closet, but my closet was an actual closet that you put clothes in or storage in. I rented a closet for $25 a week actually, and that's where I lived, and had a job working at Kentucky Fried Chicken at that time, so I got to eat some time Kentucky Fried Chicken. Also back then they had like generic brand food, so I had like generic bread or generic syrup, and that was like a delicacy for me. I would like fry that with some butter, and that would be like my version of French toast, I guess. But fast forward, I was able to buy a home. It's been years ago now, but I was able to buy a home. Now I'm a real estate agent and also working towards becoming a certified affordable home provider. And my goal with that is to help other people achieve, achieve home ownership, achieve the home that they would like for themselves and for their family. Also, going back to my education, I'm also working with another organization. I'm actually in the process of writing a proposal now to teach and train people who want to be entrepreneurs, small business owners, helping them to learn and to achieve things in their life, helping them to become all that they want to be. So those are a couple negatives in my life that turned into positives, but, just sharing that with you to say that sometimes, things don't start off the way that we would like them to be. Sometimes things look down and gloomy, or you may be like me, have that recurring nightmare that you're not going to graduate from high school, or you're not going to achieve what you want in life. But the main thing is to stay focused, to stick to your goal, and to just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Even if you fall down, pick yourself up, get back on, as they say, get back up on the horse, get back on the horse, get back on the horse. There we go. And just strive on. Things aren't always going to turn out the way we want. Even today, I have things that don't turn out the way that I would like them to. Sometimes I get down. I have my down days, my depressed days, where I may take a moment and allow myself to embrace, what's going on, to think about what's going on. But then I get back up and I just keep going. So I encourage you to keep going. But this week, what I also encourage you to do is think about your positives and also your negatives and embrace the both. And think about where you have come. Sometimes, especially if we're in a situation, we don't see, how far we've come. When I was trying to buy my house years ago, it took me, I didn't get my house on the first time I tried. I went and they said, no, you don't qualify. I went back and they said, no, your credit's not good. I went back, you don't have enough money. So, I didn't just achieve my home. I worked myself little by little. I went from being homeless. I actually went from there to in the Air Force. That's how I got out of that. And then, just kept pressing on, kept pressing on. So eventually, and it honestly took me years. It was years from the time I was homeless. I went in the Air Force, and then from the time that I actually got out of active duty Air Force, it was years to, even with that, I was able to afford my home, but I kept going, kept going, kept going. So I encourage you just to, embrace the negative things and let that energize you, let that charge you, let that motivate you to keep going, to give you that extra little bit of something that you need to say, this is not going to get to me. I'm not selling that. This is not what I want. This is not my goal. This is just a speed bump. This is just a hurdle, but it's a hurdle, it's a speed bump that I can overcome, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to press on, and I'm going to reach my goal. I encourage you to do that. I encourage you, if you stick with it, if you keep going, times may be tough, but you will make it. You will succeed. As I tell anyone, if I can achieve what I have achieved from where I came from, you can achieve your goals. Anyone can achieve their goals if you just stick with it, if you just have faith, and if you just continue on, you just press on, you will achieve your goals. The other thing I want to encourage you is, once you achieve your goals, and even the goals that you have accomplished already, you don't have to wait for the ultimate goal that you achieve. I'm encouraging you to do this now, because we all have achieved something in life. We all have done something that was successful, that we're proud of. I encourage you to reach out to someone who may need to hear from you, may need to hear that you were struggling, may need to hear that you have a tough time, or maybe one of your accomplishments is something that can help someone else. Reach out to them, help others, because that's also how we become the best that we can be. Reach back and help others. It takes, you always hear, it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to help people succeed, to help people achieve what, they want to accomplish in life. We're on this earth together, and sometimes, we don't stick together, but we need to change that, and it can start with us. It can start with you, it can start with me. We can help others, and maybe we'll rub off on others, and that trend will continue on. So, in our chat this week, please let us know about your positives and your negatives. Let us know the accomplishments that you embrace. Let us know what makes you uniquely you. And also share what you can do to go back and help others achieve their goal. Give a kind, positive word to someone. What are you going to do? How are you going to reach back and help someone else? Share that in the chat. And as always, I encourage you to go into the chat of others and give positive feedback, because again, that's how we learn from each other, and that's how we're going to grow together. And I look forward to reading all about it. I'm not sure if we're able to do videos in our YouTube format, or if we're able to answer with a video. If we are, I encourage that also. I just thought about that now. I have to research that. But if we are, respond with a video if that's easier. But I look forward to hearing about all your accomplishments, all your goals, and how you're going to help others. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Motivational Monday. Until next week, love yourself, love others. Always do something each and every day that makes you smile, that makes you happy. Remember to do that every day. Always stay positive. Always, always, always stay positive. Even in the negative times, reach deep inside yourself and get that positiveness that is deep inside of you, and stay positive. And as always live your best life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week. Have a happy 4th. God bless, and we will see you next week. Bye.